As part of that effort, Subaru Corp is exploring opportunities for the next generation Subaru WRX STI, including electrification.
Ooh.
In the meantime, next generation internal combustion engine WRX STI will not be produced based on the new WRX platform, which
that was an interesting way to
is
phrase that.
a benefit and a loss.
Right.
Going forward, unfortunately, from Subaru, the STI is dead.
Man, that's so
suck?
crazy.
Like, why? They're
That's
everywhere.
nuts.
It seems
That's
like they're selling
nuts.
crazy amounts. So I actually do have a statement from Subaru
Okay.
of basically why this is. So I'll just read it real quick. So Subaru says, messed it up from the start. As the automotive marketplace continues to move towards electrification, I don't like where this is going. Subaru is focused on how our future sports and performance cars should evolve to meet the needs of changing marketplace and regulations and requirements, from greenhouse gases, zero emissions vehicles, and corporate average fuel economy. The CAFE, just too cool of a name for something that sucks.
Really?
So that's what you were talking about last episode with the corporate average fuel economy. As part of that effort, Subaru Corp is exploring opportunities for the next generation Subaru WRX STI, including electrification.
Ooh.
In the meantime, next generation internal combustion engine WRX STI will not be produced based on the new WRX platform, which
that was an interesting way to phrase that.
Is a benefit and a loss.
Right.
Because the new WRX platform, I don't like.
Yeah.
It looks weird.
Right.
It might as well be a Civic.
Right.
That's what it looks like.
Right.
It looks like a
you're totally right.
Civic or whatever.
You're totally right.
I guess it's not the worst.
Front end looks kind of cool, but then the rear end, it just looks like a Civic.
It's 100%. Like moving more towards crossover, which is like really scary to see any cool performance sedan that's like moving more towards that. Like keep it the way it is. But they're running this huge business. Right. There's got to be some big reason behind it. I'm assuming it's more to do with the emission stuff. In one way, I appreciate it, right? Because they're not going to dumb down the STI to make it fit today's standards. They're saying like, basically with this is like the corporate way of saying, hey, we can't make it how we want to make it. We're not going to make it at all. Right. So
it's the same reason like the Viper would go out of production, is to say like, oh, you're going to require us to have like traction control and stuff. Then we just can't make it because we're not going to do it. Because I think it is cool too that like they're being bold enough to say that like we're not going to just limp along and keep making this and try to make something else. They're saying, hey, we love the STI and we love everything that stands for. We're going to force ourselves to stop and not let us recreate it until we figure out a new way to power it and like challenge. Because I bet the STI ERA is factoring into this now of that the car, the one that we went over.
So this last part of this, they mentioned that not that car in particular, but they said the Subaru WRX STI and the STI brand represent the zenith of Subaru's performance vehicles, exemplifying Subaru's unique DNA and rally heritage. As we look to the future, we also look forward to incorporating the essence of STI into our next generation of vehicles. So
interesting.
Basically like hinting forward, kind of like we talked about 3-4 episodes ago about that one, the STI
ERA.
ERA, the electric.
So many letters.
Electric car that
the record attempt one.
Going to be doing crazy time. So they're basically still saying like, hey, we're going to keep the essence of the STI, which I love they use the word zenith, the zenith of Subaru's performance vehicles, the DNA, the rally heritage, all of that stuff still going to be around. But unfortunately, next gen, no STI.
Man, that's really disappointing.
Yeah.
I really hope what that means in between the lines. I'm worried about how they said it because I hope that they don't do what M badging and S badging has become, where it's here's the STI package and now my Forester comes with a hood scoop and still a CVT. Like I don't want that. Don't do that to me, please.
Where it's a cosmetic package and exhausts essentially.
So now you get carbon fiber trim and you get all that, whatever. It'd be a cool opportunity maybe for them to release a tuned WRX that's not a full STI, but it has the STI trim.
Or maybe where they're like, you run with it. Like you do the performance tuning that we're not allowed to release from the factory.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
But now it's got carbon fiber and stuff like that, maybe. Maybe that could be cool, bigger brakes, things like maybe they don't focus on power, they just focus on supporting mods and stuff like that.
And it's cool as all, like I love every, I think I can say this, every Subaru model I think looks cool. They have like a cool looking version.
Except for the one with the airplane on the front.
Airplane on the front?
Keep talking, I'll look it up.
Okay. I mean, I'm talking new models.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Cool.
Yeah, forget this.
I'm talking like every new one. Their new lineup, they all look sweet.
Man,
So if they do go that way and they go, all right, now STI is not going to be a version of a WRX. It's going to be the maximum performance trim level for every single one. Dude, the Forester STI, didn't they make that?
Yeah, over in Europe they make it.
I thought they made them here. Older ones though, they made here.
Yeah, older ones. Yes.
Yeah, that thing was sweet. It was like a shorter SUV with the hood scoop and the turbo.
It had the STI engine in it, but it was just an SUV.
So if they did And of course, it wouldn't be necessarily the drivetrain and stuff, but they're still making the SUVs in manual.
Right.
So if they make an Outback STI, a Forester STI, do they still make a Legacy?
Yep.
A Legacy STI?
That would be sweet.
Like, that would be like, cool.
Honestly, yeah, I didn't think about that. That would be like an S6, essentially, like a Legacy STI. If it was that,
it would be like Audi
sedan.
doing an A, S, and an RS on every single model.
Okay.
They don't do all of them here, but think of even their SUVs. They have the RSQ3,
right?
RSQ5, RSQ7, RSQ8.
Yeah,
like they
interesting.
Have all those super high performance of basically every one of their models.
Yeah, okay.
If Subaru did that,
that'd be cool.
Kind of cool.
That'd be a cool way to use the platform already. Just put the 2.5 and everything.
Then
you
go your 1, 2, and 3 level. You go your Impreza.
Yep.
Your WRX, and then your WRX STI trim.
Right.
It would be. It could be kind of cool.
That would be interesting.
Okay,
interesting
I like to see how that happens.
That's an interesting forecast. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Unfortunately, I guess that's the end of STI for now. But it does sound. I mean, it's interesting to see them. They released their first electric car. They do this record attempts car, and now announced that the STI is no longer. But they currently have like Travis Pastrana and all these guys doing like WRX rallycross stuff. So like clearly they're still in that world. They're not. They're not saying, oh, we're eco-friendly. We're only going to do this one thing. That's a huge part of their audience is all the like foresty outdoors kind of people.
Right.
But yeah, that's interesting. I'm interested to see where that's going to go.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.